Terry Williams is a farmer from Poultney and a retired U.S. Army Lieutenant Colonel who served in Afghanistan. In this week's dialogue, he speaks to us about the challenges faced by retired veterans living in Vermont. Colonel Williams, welcome back to our show. It's wonderful to have you here again.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to talk about a survey that Wallet Hub took in 2018. It was a survey that ranked the states based on their ability to provide a comfortable retirement for veterans. And the analysis used 27 metrics, including affordable housing, job opportunities, health facilities. Vermont ranked 49th, the second worst state in the nation for veterans. So I want to ask you, what are some of the harsh challenges that average veterans face living in Vermont?
Well, high taxes and high cost of living for one thing. Mm-hmm. Medical care is available through the VA in White River Junction, and there are local clinics that they can provide medical attention to them.
Right.
But the biggest thing is enlisted soldiers on their retirement. A lot of them have to get a second job just to be able to live here.
Right, so my understanding is that Vermont is one of the few states that does tax retirement pay for veterans.
Correct.
So our state taxes 100% of income for military pensions, along with all other sources of retirement income. So what is the impact of such a punishing tax policy?
Well, it's basically they're using their pension to supplement their income. A lot of the retirees or the disabled veterans that move here, they do get a disability from the Veterans Administration also, mm-hmm. depending upon their percentage of disability. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them have to get another job to be able to live.
In Vermont?
In Vermont.
And so would you recommend that they live in Vermont or find another place?
Well, a lot of the Vermonters that live here were Vermont National Guardsmen that deployed, and they live here because they love Vermont.
You know what's really interesting? New Hampshire ranks as the third best, but there's a silver lining. Now, we've all heard of really horrific stories when it comes to the VA and its healthcare facilities, shabby facilities across the nation, but my understanding is that this is not the case in Vermont.
White River Junction is probably one of the best VA hospitals in the force structure. They provide excellent care. And I know that they're tied up with Dartmouth Hitchcock.
Right.
And they get a lot of surgeons and medical practitioners that support that.
So that Dartmouth is again in New Hampshire, and that probably ties into the fact that it's the third best.
Correct.
So what can Montpelier do, or what can our legislators do apart from tax breaks to help veterans, enlisted soldiers who are retired here in Vermont?
Well, one of the things they do now is they provide, if you own a homestead,
yeah,
they provide a 10% discount on your property assessment.
Okay.
A lot of towns, through an effort of Command Sergeant Major Louis Latoa, went around to all the towns and tried to get them to boost the percentage of discount up to 40%. Oh. Most towns did, but a lot of them still are at 10% or 20%.
So if we can get all Vermont towns to make it 40%, then that's definitely a step ahead.
That would be an excellent step.
Okay, on that note, thank you, Colonel Williams.
You're very welcome.